Well, hey there, YouTube. How's it going? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I am a crypto trader and I trade on the Forex as well. And I usually bring you a video showing you how the market moves and flows from an Elliott Wave perspective. But got a friend on today. Today's going to be a little bit of a different kind of video today. Got a friend on here from the UK. He's originally from Greece. His name is Hussein. And we met here through my YouTube channel. And he's often shared with me videos, not videos, but charts and ideas that he has had that he trades with, based upon a theory that really helps him as he looks at the market. And he uses a theory called Gann theory. And I'm pretty aware of Gann theory as far as its existence. I see all the tools in Trading View. If I pulled up my let's see if I can pull up my chart here. I'll pull up my Trading View chart here. I've got a list right here on the left-hand side of a bunch of Gann tools. But to be honest with you, I have no idea who Gann was and how those tools function. Other than I've used the Gann fan before, but other than that, I haven't used a whole lot. So, Hussein seems to be pretty knowledgeable, at least. From a lot more than I am about what Gann is. And so what we want to do is just pick his brain a little bit, introduce you to him, and just kind of pick his brain about what Gann theory is and how he uses it, and let him show you his perspective with Bitcoin, which I found pretty interesting. So with that being said, no further ado, let's welcome Hussein Khalil. How's it going, Hussein?
I'm good, Jim. Thank you. How are you?
Very well. I did want to mention this before we get going in the interview that I'm using Google Meetings for the first time. So we're going to see how that goes. And I'm recording it through OBS. And so, as you guys know, I don't polish my videos a whole lot. So it is what it's going to be, right? Just as real as can be. This is just a guy works in the food industry out in UK. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Well, tell us about yourself a little bit. Where are you from? I mentioned from
Uh,
Greece.
I'm originally from Greece, and my family moved here in 1998. Since it's been like 20 years, I've been here, and then studied, and lately it's been like 5 years now. We as a family business, we are in food industry, and business was get quite busy during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I didn't have much time to look the charts and them, but now it's look like it's coming down.
Good deal. And how did you tell us you got into Gann theory? How'd you get into Gann theory? Where'd that come from?
What it is, I was interested in the trading, the forex market, and obviously we try to learn how to basic like to trend lines, moving averages, and them stuff. It looks like I looked at indicators. You're after like a holy grail. The indicator tells you everything.
Yeah.
The first how you begin,
You're not gonna find
and
it.
which is you cannot find it. Indicators is if you want to lose money, just follow the
That's
indicators. I guess.
yeah. I'm trying to help my group with that right now. They're struggling with. They're trying to find the
And
indicator.
indicator. I was going around looking. I fed up. I want to see what is the price is gonna do. I want to see the future basically, uh, and how we can see the future because the indicator doesn't tell you where it's gonna price go,
Tells you
and
where
there
to,
can
it tells
be
you where it's always
uh,
already been.
yeah. It tells you because if you look at past the indicator, oh my God, this showed perfectly, so you can make big money over it. But the indicator is just lagging, and it corrects itself after action happens.
Yes. Yep.
So I was looking online, and my brother came up. Uh, someone was offering the GAN course, and first I looked at it. It looked like a bit like a satanic because you draw the pentagram and you tell the cycles. They think, I say, no, this cannot be right. It cannot happen. I look like a fortune telling. I see it as a fortune telling. I say, no way it can work. But you see and you learn, and each time and you see it works, you get amazed how it works.
Now, who is Gann? I know who Elliot was. Elliot was a guy back in the 1900s who started studying charts and found out, patterns that were reproducible. So I'm an Elliott wave trader. I've been studying Elliott wave theory forever, but there's a whole thing about Gann
I,
theory. So who is Gann? A
I
little bit.
think again, it was around that time with the Elliots as
Oh,
well.
okay,
And he studied like a 10 plus years. He was mathematician, uh, and after that he decrypted like a Bible. The Bible he learned, and there was have a how it marks the cycles
the,
about the cycle.
how he got his cycles from the Bible.
Yeah, he had this cycle in the Bibles.
Okay,
It mentioned his book. It tells that there is nothing understand is new. He studied the Bible. He learned, uh, and after he went to Egypt. He went to Egypt, and because he was after the esoteric knowledge.
okay,
Uh, he find the square of 9 on the Great Pyramid of Giza, and after he went to India to learn probably the astrology, because he was looking to analyze the market and what happens during the price, or when it tops out or when the bottom out. Why does it go? He looks to
is
invent.
is that like going to a horoscope reader to find out what I should be buying and selling?
Not really that, but he was more scientific.
Okay,
The degrees of the planets,
okay,
how tilted, what degree, what aspect is more scientific. It's not like they have a astronomy as
yep,
a science, and astrology. Gam was on the astronomy.
okay, gotcha. So already, as I'm listening to it, just being real with you, I listen to that. I'm thinking I'm a little skeptical. Like you said, it sounds, if there's a satanic, or you're getting into the.
It's someone is doing voodoo magic, something.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it sounds. And so, why
Yeah.
don't you show us maybe? You've got some charts. You can show those in just a minute, but explain basically what is the. I mean, the main. Okay, so that's who Gann was and what he did, but what he came up with as far as our usable algorithms for looking at charts and things. What's the basic premise? I think we were talking in the pre-analysis is basically a time cycle, and
Yes.
and astronomy
First he
and
started
astronomy
as
cycles.
yeah, as a started a mathematician. If I can share my screen,
Yeah,
uh,
and guys, bear with
and
us.
if
We're going to be going back and forth between screens, and we'll do our best to
okay,
do to share this. Um,
let's start with this one. This is the wheel of cycle.
okay,
If you can see,
not seeing it yet.
maybe I need to click.
Yeah, click on the big thing and then click share. We'll be back right after these technical difficulties.
Share. Okay. I didn't click share. One second.
There you go. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
Awesome. I see. I'm going to close this
Yeah.
down and make it
This,
bigger. There you go. Tell me about this
this,
chart.
uh, this is a basically 360 the thing, a circle,
Okay.
and this is the cycles, the month of the time, and there's the main 4 cycles of the season.
So that 21/6, what does that represent? June 26th?
Yeah, June 21st.
I mean 21st. I mean, excuse me. Yes, June 21st. Okay. So the 21 is the day and 6 is the. In America, we do.
And uh,
In the
seven
U.S.,
of
we
seven, the what we come in now.
right. That's 2 days from now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the seven also the Gann says 7 is a fatal year. Anyone like if you remember, well, what age do you lose your tooth? Around 7.
Okay.
And they say 7 times 7 49. The 49 is also fatal year for anyone that age.
Oh, you're showing me on your screen. That's why I was just trying to figure out
Oh,
why
oh, 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 oh
am I
sorry.
seeing myself? No, that's okay. I'm just like, why did I pop up? I was trying to fix it. Again,
Okay,
guys, this
okay.
is our first time using this, so bear with us. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the U.S., we do months and days, just to clarify for everybody. So that six is the second number is the month, the first number is the day. Um,
Yeah.
so, all right, very good. Now, how do we read that? What do we get out of this chart that you're showing us?
At the moment is the wheel, and the normally it starts from one in the middle. There's like a square of 9. Let me show you. You start as a 1. This is the how Gann find what it find in the Great Pyramid of Giza. You can see.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, it starts from 1. It goes to and 1 finish, and it goes to and up to 9, and it goes around like a circle.
All right, I see.
Yeah, that's the if you look in the pyramid, you can see that on the top is just 1, and it goes around there.
I see it. Yeah, I got it.
Basically, this is like a calculator. If you Google it, there's a calculator called Square of 9 calculator.
Yes.
You can enter the price. It gives you resistance and support.
Interesting.
Yeah, and this is the similar aspect. You can put the price and degrees. There is also horoscope. You put a price and where is the price? The sun comes top of the price, and you can find the changing trends.
Okay.
That's a bit more advanced, but now I'm learning the astrology part. I done the cycles. It's been like I studied Gann like 4.5 years,
Okay.
almost now 5 years,
Okay.
and keep learning new things. To be honest, like
Sure.
the learning never stops. To be honest.
Sure. And so for me, I always hold everything out, with an open hand and say, okay, I want to at least look at this. And so, why don't you begin showing us basically the time cycles that you were sharing with
Okay.
me and those charts?
Okay. We can start like yearly cycles. This is again what's insignificant solar years. December
Zoom in
21st.
on that for me.
Okay.
If you hold control, yeah, there you go, you got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The
Awesome.
solar cycles and the May 6th, August 8th, and etc. It goes. And this is the important count. This is for daily. You can see is 11, 22, 33, 45, 56, 67, 90, and 101 or 12. It goes and on for the cycle daily counts. And this is a weekly and the monthly. So now I'm going to show you the monthly, the basically because it's the easiest and keep goes more.
So the important
Because
count. Go back to that screen just for a second, and
okay,
I want to make sure
important count
we
for the
understand.
monthly.
Because so I'm pretending I know nothing here. So important count of weeks. So in a cycle, so you're saying
13,
13 weeks
20,
is important.
26 weeks,
Is important.
39 weeks. Yes,
So
45.
do those weeks signify like an important movement up or down, or just
It could be a top, it could be a bottom. I will show you, and you will might be surprised.
got you?
If I can, let me start on the monthly.
Okay,
Okay,
so
now
the 6th month, the
it,
12th month, and the
yeah,
144th month.
yeah, 144 months. Now, example, we are on BLX chart.
Okay, yes.
Okay, and I start with the top. When it's topped out, I start. I came 6. We have a bomb bottom and price gone up.
So after 6 months, there was a bottom. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and now I look 12. Where did it came?
Is it exactly on the candle?
Yeah, exactly on the candle.
Interesting. All right.
It came like a 2018 bottom. That's a surprise? No. Now let's go weekly. Look, if you look on the
What
weekly,
were
is
the
100.
numbers? What were the numbers for weekly again? Remind us.
Look, if the weekly 52 bars, 13 bars, and
So
if you look on the weekly, 152 bars exactly. It came actually here, but if you go 54 bars, it's like one. There's a plus and 2 days on the rules as well. But on a
plus and
monthly,
minus.
yeah, you can see it came just on the bottom. And now let's go from this bottom
To that top.
28. Yeah, and that was 26. It's almost like a plus 2, give or take.
So it was 2 weeks off,
Yeah,
but not bad.
yeah. Gun never was trying to find catch the tops and bottoms.
Okay,
Yeah,
just somewhere around there.
yeah. And now let's look again. The weekly
So
39.
this would be an important page for somebody to have if they wanted to start looking at in a
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a
First, if
market.
you want to learn gun, you have to study the time because, to be honest, when we look in the time. We look in monthly, daily, 4 hour. You don't look in the price. You look in the time.
Right.
Now, if you look at the
So if we go
39,
from that last top to the 3,000 bottom, what is that?
this,
Okay, you're doing that. Okay, top to top there.
yeah, 52.
Okay, now go to the what is it, 13.8 top, and then go down to the 3,800 bottom that we just recently had.
This one.
Yes, from
Okay.
from that.
This,
Yeah, yes.
37.
Is that
And
one of the numbers? 39.
this
Yeah.
is 9. But,
Okay.
if you need to look, if you here, 65. But if you look here, 45. You see what happened on the 45?
We had a little bit of an intermediate top.
Yeah, 45. I
It
was
was that
expecting this.
$3,000 move in hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting this, to be honest, this move. It was
I missed that, buddy. I missed that call so bad.
I was expecting this, and it did. I was expecting 10,000 as well, but it went all the way 10,500.
Yeah. Well, that's Bitcoin for you.
Yeah.
Now, why were you expecting it? Explain your thinking.
Like this is a recently count I made, 45 days, and it gone. And first entry from 60 days, it came 29. Gann was doing bit numerology as well, 108 days. Like adding it becomes 9. I was expecting maybe to go the higher, so you can be shorted. But
Make your screen big so we can see,
okay, 1 second.
and zoom in if you can. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want everybody to be able to see what. Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yes, but
And you can probably move it down.
okay.
Just kind of slide it down. Slide it to the. That looks good to me. There.
Yeah,
Okay. Explain again what you were saying.
yeah, because the we drop on the March, and our bottom on the March was a 13, I think, and
Okay.
since then I start day counting. How long it will go the uptrend, and first 45 days I looked at it, it didn't close, so that's the sign of continuation
Okay. So
to upside.
counted 45 and it wasn't finished. So you said, what's the next
Yeah,
number to look for?
because if it was close the one before the date, that means it done and it going down. So it went up, and so I looked at the first entry of the 9K, and 60 days it goes from there, and I made 108 days, which is like a bit of numerology. The Gann was using numerology as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, the 1 plus 8 equals 9.
Sure.
Look, and if you look here on the bottom from here, it become 90 days. We can have a nice drop. I play with this one.
That's 90 days from where?
from the bottom,
Okay.
because certain dates you expect something to happen.
So that's 90
Hello?
days. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm what I'm doing is listening to what you're saying and processing and trying to understand and then
Okay.
ask questions that I think our listeners
Because this is
might
just a
ask.
basic time count, how long it is going to take the action to complete itself.
Okay. And you said you think we already had a top in April?
Yeah, I think it was a top here.
Okay, you think that
This
was a
this
top.
on April is should be finished, and this move probably the lost momentum. I think.
So you think that's just a precursor to a down move?
Yeah, like a someone turning the wheel the other side. You making a U-turn. You can
Gotcha.
see actually it does making like a U-turn.
Sure, it's kind of yeah, it's very slow for sure. Now, from an Elliott perspective, I'm looking at that as just a long drawn out, um, kind of a fourth wave. But the problem with that from Elliott
It ta-
is
it
that
take too long.
yeah, it's too long. That's exactly right. And so we actually Elliott didn't use time analysis too a whole lot as far as I know, but we use proportionality,
Yeah,
which measure is a construct of time. Does it
yeah,
look proportional to the size? And yeah, it's just taking too long. That's exactly right. And so
yeah.
it's got me wondering what's going on there.
And for the bigger cycle, I would like
So
to
so
share.
that was just a small cycle from the
Yeah, yeah.
bottom. Okay, so yeah, show us the big cycle. Sure.
The big cycle. Let me make it bigger.
So this is a time analysis from Gann theory perspective
Yeah.
of the
There
entire
is a
BLX
rule
chart.
to make, just not just a count, because you have to follow the rules. He made it. I count because I believe there's a missing month on the BLX chart,
Oh,
because it was always one month off. Probably there's a missing candle.
oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So minimum cycle is start 3.5 year, which is a 42 months. You can
Okay.
see easily topped, and it go down, and after that it comes like a 5 year cycle, and we can see if we had some kind of bottom, and up until around until 90 months, which is a 7.5. And again, I speak. They say 7 is a fatal year for anyone. Like not just the chart is
Because
like
it's the completion.
as a human.
It's a completion year, and then
Yeah,
it's going to
and
change from
again,
there.
we started a downtrend,
Okay.
and we have like a 7.5 year bull market,
Okay.
and after that we have a down move, which is a 1 year. And here it's everyone. Let's okay, bull bear market finished and going up.
Sure. It's
And ninth year, the Gann rule is it runs up and it makes a top, and you can see ninth year exactly we made a top,
and now
and now
we're looking for
we
the
are
ten
on
year
the
cycle.
uh, 10 year cycle, which is starting now, July 1st.
And you're thinking that cycle is the beginning of a
Down move,
down
yeah.
move.
So Gann Tools, after running 7 years bull market, at least minimum he expect 3 to 4 years or equal bear market.
Okay. So that puts it at the
So
end of.
end of 2020.
So the beginning of what is that? January
Uh,
21.
yeah, beginning of January 21. Or
When
but
the
I
bull
expect
the bull market might start
we're
again.
gonna have some kind of bottom on 2020.
At the end of
And
at the
and
end of this
afterwards
year.
new cycle starts, I believe like it's gonna be like a year and a half up or year up something.
How would that correspond to maybe the U.S. election year that we have going on?
Uh, what actually the each I look the cycles, it points to November. Any chart is points to November
Really?
currently. Yeah. If
Which
you
would
look
core?
if you look day counts, just the day counts. I look the stock market, currencies. Some reason all gives November.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, after Trump was elected, there was an immediate reaction. I believe, if I remember right, to the downside, but then it began moving up.
Yeah.
Um, and so, if Trump is elected again or whatever happens, there's going to probably be a reaction in the market. Um, you know, based upon whatever happens.
But there is another chart which is gone done before. This is a financial timetable.
Zoom in on that guy.
Okay, 1 second if I can zoom. Okay, 1 second. Why cannot zoom? I cannot zoom. One
Uh,
second.
yep. If you
If I
hit control and scroll.
yeah, I do, but it doesn't zoom.
Huh. Let's
But
see if I,
1 second. I can maybe throw in.
I might be able to zoom in here.
Okay, 1 second. If I can open in copy. Okay, gone financial calendar. Okay, I'm fine. I can from here. Okay. Yeah. Now can you see it?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. This is the Gann original financial timetable he made on 1909.
So just all he did was take his time periods and extend them out. And
Yeah.
okay,
Extended and adjusted because he finished and now at the moment, if you look, we are in 2020, which is a panic.
show us on the chart there. Point to it on the.
Yeah, the purple you can see.
I see. So what does purple mean?
Purple mean
Panic. Oh,
panic.
I see. Okay, so the color codes refer to. Um, so
Uh,
A, I mean,
uh, the,
orange is
the,
low stock.
yeah, the gray is a low price. H is a very high stock price, and J is mean major crash.
And a major crash he's calling for in
2024.
2024. Interesting.
Yeah, this
So,
is they can find if they type GAN financial timetable,
uh huh.
they can find online.
You just
So
type in Gann's financial timetable. Very good.
yeah, yeah. At
Interesting.
the moment, you can see I expect low on 2020, so 21 is going to be low up until 22 run up,
Oh, I see.
which is
Gotcha.
correlates Bitcoin very perfectly.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah, because his cycle and the GAN financial, like I don't know, the it's been how can I design like it's much perfectly.
interesting.
So if you wanna invest, you invest the end of the year to the stocks and sell on 2020.
Sell in 2020.
Yeah, 2022. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Sell in 20 because you got very high, and then
You can see it. You can see major crash, 1930, which is a what was the Great Depression.
Great Depression. Yeah.
and there's another one coming 2024.
Another depression.
Yeah,
Well, let's see. They got a 2000. He says it was a depression supposed to be in 2006.
because it repeats every 90 years. This is a 90-year cycle.
Uh huh. But the crash didn't really happen what till 2008, right?
Yeah, 2008 like six the bit off. It happened actually 2006 begins actually, and crashed 2008.
Okay, so it's not necessarily that this chart is predicting.
No, but it happens because you had the cycle.
Uh huh.
Every 90 year
So it'll
cycles
be
it happens.
within that year, but no way to know the exact date and time and whatnot.
No, no, no. You
Yeah.
you, you can predict according to the astrology.
Uh huh. Yeah, which I'm not a total believer in, but that doesn't mean we were talking about like right now. I think you sent me a picture of. Let's see. Let me pull up my Telegram here. Um, on my end of it, you're not going to be able to
Yeah,
see it.
first I start astrology with it, which is the moon,
Yeah, yeah. You
and
sent me the moon cycle
and
there,
and
and that we're
and
in a
people
full.
can look up. So there is an indicator on the Binance, which is a moon phase,
Uh huh.
which is it's nice tool to use. You can see sort of bottoms and tops make certain days.
Yep, I'm looking at that little picture of the moon cycle you gave me, and it says July 5th, which is today. There's a buck
Yeah,
moon, and we were talking about like, well, I mean, why does that matter? Moon phases, for instance. I'm gonna put you back on the screen here, so we can see your
mm.
face. But why does it matter? About how in the world does a moon cycle affect the market? And your answer was
Because it affects us.
so. So
The moon affects
a
us, and
skeptic
us,
says
which is create the markets.
a skeptic would say, I mean, what in the world does where Saturn and Jupiter are matter for whether I should be buying or selling stocks, or whatever, or the moon cycle, and the answer is that our bodies are like I think you mentioned that your idea at least.
For a moon, like affects the tides of the waves on the oceans, and
Yeah,
also some aspect affects the winds as well. But most winds affects by the sun as well.
right. And I think you mentioned something about there's higher statistics of suicides during full moons and things like that.
Yeah, the more higher suicide which is happened, uh, which is during the full moon.
So it's not so much the astrology, predicting, or astrology predicting what is going to happen, but rather the bodies around us and where they are and how they're electrically charged and the gravitational
Yeah,
pulls and all that jazz really has an effect on us and our
yeah.
psychology and our demeanor, our body, because
Like cloudy day, you will be psychologically depressed, and the sunny day you will be more happy.
and why do you think that is?
Because cloudy day, you get a bit depressed, and sunny day, you enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
Like if it's rain, you get more depressed.
Unless you see the rain from a different perspective. Sometimes
Yes,
I love to hear the rain, and
yeah,
it represents cleansing to me. Sometimes, when there's
yeah,
too much rain, then you start to get like, oh, okay, this isn't good. But
yeah,
man, when I'm in my sunroom right now, and so I get a lot of sun in this area. It's also very hot sometimes, and but
yeah,
um, yeah, I love it when it's raining because you hear the pitter patter on the roof, and that couch behind me. Oh man, you see a blanket over there? That's my nap spot, man.
yeah,
It's also where I'm sleeping when I'm watching trades and things, because my
yeah.
computer's in this room and I set alerts and I can wake up and things of that nature. So interesting, very good. Well, what else? If we had to know something about Gann theory and had to see something on a chart that's super interesting, what else would you show us?
Sorry.
I said, so if there was one more thing that you like is we really need to see this or had to understand or know about Gann theory, what would you say, or what would you show us as maybe as we wrap up this conversation?
Okay. I would say the time analysis because the time most important thing in our life.
Yep. And on Telegram, do you know how to use those Gann tools much? Do you use them at all, or
Yes,
The Gann
I do use.
fan, or
If in fact I have the chart. I don't know. You can see.
yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Yeah, this is 2015 bottom
Now, what tool is that you have there?
gun fan.
That's the Gann fan. Can you take that off and show us how you put it on there?
Okay, 1 second.
Just kind of show us
Um,
how do we get if we wanted to start playing with the Gann fan, what should we do?
Yeah, if uh, you clicked on the right side, I mean
Yes.
left side,
Yes.
uh, and there's a gun fan,
Yes.
gun gun square, and gun box.
Are those the main ones that you use?
Yeah, this is the main ones.
So the Gann
Which is
fan,
this is the main one I use all the time.
Gann fan, Gann square, and the Gann box. Okay.
Yeah,
Show us how to do
which
that.
is the okay. Let me start afresh. Uh, I get the top, and I draw. This is a weekly chart. I draw
It-
example 52. They call the 52 bucks.
what are you what is the tool that you're using right now?
This is the time,
Okay.
the day count, day range.
Okay. Date range. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Example, I get this one.
Talk
Um,
to us out loud. Tell us what you're clicking on.
yeah. I click on the top of the price and the bottom of the price, which is the zero. I always actually let me put a zero. Zero,
is
the
this a Gann
most
box?
important. Yeah,
Okay.
which is the zero, the most important number. If we have this, so the Gann box I take. This is the something you get like this, but I normally use the template, something like a pentagram. Uh, you can do that with some of the you turn to the zeros and ones and 105, and you make look like a pentagram.
Okay.
And the most
how does that help you look at the market?
I see as a geometric the way how which way the ends it goes. Like the most important the is here 50%, and 90. They call the degree. This is a 90, 180, and 270.
Okay.
Which is the most important. Which is the if it breaks, it can go down, and when the thing ends, the cycle, you have to draw another one. But on monthly, you can do much. You can extend much further if you want to.
That seems a lot more complicated. How about the Gann fan? Would that be a little simpler for people just starting out?
Yes. Let me delete. And then it will be difficult as well because the price is keep like a squishing. You're
Uh huh.
not getting the perfect 45-degree. So I have to reset the chart, and you need to. Where's the price? I need to lock the price, the ratio.
Okay.
So if I zoom,
So the way you can do that easily, just so you know, is you double click on the price bar on the right hand side of the screen.
yeah,
The price
and
bar that goes up and down on the right where you see price. If you simply
and the scale.
if you double click on that, it will reset the chart, and then you'll have to go in and lock the scale.
Yeah, and you lock the price because if it if you adjust the price on your screen, you're not gonna find the
Right.
correct angle.
Right. Okay. So it matters about the angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you get there's an angle, trend angle,
Okay.
and you hold the shift, you get the perfect 45-degree.
So if
And
you
look
did,
what we have. We
wow,
can see the price is bouncing on the 45-degree.
wow,
Is it surprising? No.
it's interesting. I don't know why, because I mean I don't know how many Gann traders there are. So
We just draw it from here, and we can see is the price is jumping on the 45-degree. And if it comes down again, we're looking like a time. If I look at time, we can go. If it comes down, some people they're not gonna be happy. If you want if you wants to touch this trend line again, I can tell that.
I mean it certainly is bouncing around up top. There's a lot of action at the top of that wave. Just looking at what's your time frame on that chart? That's the weekly. Yeah, just look at
Yeah,
all the action, the stagnancy that we've had this last 6 weeks or so, 7 weeks or longer.
yeah.
It's crazy.
And then once it gone up to 45-degree, it comes down and test the 45-degree. And if it comes down, this low is gonna go.
Yeah.
And
What if the bottom? What if the bottom has already in when in the last hit at 38, whatever it was.
it was 3100.
Yeah, yeah, no, but the second. So from an Elliott perspective,
Uh,
let me.
actually, how I find this bottom, I can do that. I was expecting exactly here. There's let me show on the log. No, actually, I locked the price. 1 second. Okay. The log scale, how I find it, I did it on like this. I get the pip retracement. I put a top here, and I bring the 50% here,
Interesting.
and I find here. And
Interesting.
there is another theory. I have I send it to you on Telegram.
Okay.
Most likely, I don't know. It's just a theory, just like some kind of numerology. Look, I'm not looking here, the 20K. I just look this action. If I take where's the magnet, just attach and then bring 50% top of the exactly here, and where I find it,
Where's 50% right now?
just first run. Look at
Okay.
this.
Okay. Yes.
I don't look. I didn't look it. I just bring the 50% here, just first up and comes
Yes.
down,
Okay.
and the one comes exactly the top.
Interesting. And
So I have
that's on log scale.
it run the 100%. If it runs another 50%, which comes exactly the top. So I have now the bottom. This is becomes base, and I expect the 50% to come here to give back the 50% of this run up. Exactly, but if you look at here as well, it just touched it as well here.
Say that again.
If you look there on the, I just put it here, and the top, and it just touched. I use the Gann Fibonacci levels,
Okay.
which is 0.1, just a little bit adjusted on Fibonacci the levels. Each of them it has a 45-degree between them,
Sure.
so it helps me more to understand where it's gonna come and where it can go and bounce. So this is just a theory. It doesn't mean it's gonna come here,
Sure.
but just applying the gun 50%, because when it runs up, it gives 50% back always.
Uh-huh.
So if this become the base bottom, so I expect to come the price here, the 50%.
What price is that?
That's $793.
Oh, you're gonna get enemies. Enemies. Don't say that too
No,
loud.
this is just a theory.
I know. I know.
It's,
I
it's,
know. I'm just saying. When you entertain those thoughts, everybody boos you. And when I tend to be a bear in this market for the most part. I have been, but I'm actually a little bit bullish right now. But I'm considering what you're saying, and I haven't been swayed one way or another. But I think it's super interesting, for sure. To
yeah,
look at the market from a
just a
different.
theory. It doesn't mean it's gonna come there,
Yeah.
but just a theory, because if you can see just 50%, this is if this is 100%, you add another 50%, you find exactly the top.
Yep.
The just applying the Gann theory of 50%.
All right. Well,
So
do one favor for me before we get off of here. Show us how to
yeah,
properly put a GAN fan on our screen, maybe on a daily chart,
oh, on the data chart. Okay, if I come this one,
and maybe not maybe out. Yeah. Yeah. Arithmetic.
uh, I become daily. So I reset. I need to lock the price.
So the steps are we choose your time frame,
And
reset the chart, and then lock the aspect ratio.
yes, because otherwise, if the angle will move as well.
Correct. So the angle is important on the GAN fan.
Yeah, you have to find the exact 45-degree,
Okay.
so the angle to work, because uh, the the trading view is just adjust the price to your screen.
Correct. Correct. So
So
show us how to
you
find
go
that
to the
45 degrees.
trend angle,
So you're not using the
and
GAN fan.
no, I came here the 45-degree, the bottom. You can take either the tops or the bottoms,
Okay.
and click in the 45-degree.
How did it automatically do a 45-degree angle?
Uh, I press the shift.
So you click the first
You
click, and then you hold
click
shift.
and shift, and you just slide up.
Okay. And that gets you 45. And if you didn't have 45 on there, you could just double click that line and change it to a degree.
If I didn't click, it will be, you will have a something like this.
Yeah, and if you do it, can you change that like double click the settings or something?
No, I don't know about that. Just I do the how I do it. I think yeah, you can
Okay,
change it
change
for
the angle
5.
right there. Perfect. Okay. So there's a couple ways to do that. That's important. All right, now what?
Yeah, on the setting. First time I saw the angle, I never looked the setting. Normally, for me, easy is to just press the shift and slide it.
Yep. I'm just trying to help people who are trying to track with you, saying, and are
Yeah,
interested in trying it out.
yeah.
So on their charts.
Uh,
So we got the 45-degree angle. Now what?
and you can open all of them, but as I say, like this doesn't look exact 45-degree, because in a daily it needs to be work out more. In a weekly, it works better.
Okay,
This,
gotcha. So we should be
for
on the
me,
weekly.
this doesn't look like a 45-degree.
Okay.
For me, this looks more better
Is it still on log scale
45-degree.
or you're on arithmetic?
This will look more I don't know this one. Yeah, yeah. Because I have the special program, the timing solution.
Okay.
Uh, it it tells the exactly 45-degree where it is, so you don't have to. It doesn't scale the chart.
So
So
how
this is
is and this is still the daily. Well, put the Gann fan on the way it should be on there. You say the weekly is better.
yeah, weekly is better.
Okay.
It's much better because let me delete uh not the price. Reset the chart. Weekly always it gives the right angle. Yeah.
So once you've gotten the angle, then you match the Gann fan clicks to that angle.
With the angle, yeah, this look much better.
Okay. Now, how does that help us in our analysis of the chart?
Because when your price breaks one angle, it wants to go to the other angle until you reach certain point, the pivot points in time. It squares. We call the square out itself, and when it's square out, the trend goes the other way around.
Okay. Now, would you pull a Gann fan from the top of that now down to the bottom? Would that be something you would do?
Yeah, because each top and I do the as well, tops and bottoms.
So it's riding on that 45-degree angle, but it could go up to the next level.
Yeah, it can go,
It
but
doesn't have to go down. It
uh,
could go up.
the yeah, but I see as this is not the angle. Where it is? Let me show you my program because the trading view it gives always the wrong angles. I have this called the timing solution. I don't know. You can see.
I can see what you're doing.
Yeah, because this program it doesn't scale for you exactly. The price is still same. It doesn't scale, so you have a perfect angles. But how can I say? Is the trick is not the 45-degree. It's about the time.
Hmm.
Gotta look the angles just at the price where it can go until the certain time, and it returns there. And also use the astrology.
Hmm.
Currently, I'm following on astrology Mars and Jupiter cycle. You can see it just gives it's a rough. It's not proper, but it's just a rough layout.
Interesting.
At the moment, we made a certain tops can come before. It just at the moment we're going down. It shows that the cycle.
If the Mars and Jupiter cycle is in play.
Yeah, because at the moment, if you look the past, it worked perfectly.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. I see it. I see it. So down below that Mars and Jupiter cycle, that's a some kind of a it's like an indicator of some kind. And
Yes,
uh huh.
it's sort of an indicator as well.
Cool.
But uh, as I say, like an indicator can change, but the cycle of the planet, the position, you cannot change it.
Sure. Sure. There's kind of some divergence in there as well. The way I look at it, kind of from an RSI perspective. Interesting.
the RSI you mentioned, recently I started doing the RSI charting. If
Yeah,
you can, if you look like this, I get certain bottoms. For example, this. I put on RSI certain levels, 100. Actually, this GAN box you can apply anything
on the RSI as well.
on RSI as well. Uh, I wonder why I used 3.3 and 6.6.
Why do you use 33 and 66?
GAN, I think one of the third GAN always use the 666 and 333. Half of the it looks like a devilish.
Sure.
You can see, look, 333. It bounced off.
And is it, what chart is this?
This Bitcoin and RSI. Just
Yeah,
the
but
RSI.
what time frame?
Weekly.
Weekly. Okay.
I like to look bigger time frames than smaller time frames.
Sure, sure. Yeah,
And
I would have no videos if I only looked at bigger time frames. I would have
yeah.
a video every now and then, right? But that's
And I have
that's why I do the micro analysis as well.
Yeah. If this is a time, what do you call? PIP time zone.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
and I take this 251 and minus that 144.
Almost 108.
107. Okay. That's the thing. Yeah. Now I take my gum box. You can see this is the 45 degree. It came, we tried it and tested, and it now is look like it's going to 50%. The weekly RSI.
Gotcha. And what's the the lower line? You got 50% in the middle. Then you've got what? What's the lower straight line in the Gann bar?
25.
That's 25. Okay, so it quarters it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I look only this is a 90 degree, 75, and the 666, 50%, 323, and 25%.
Gotcha. Interesting. Well, man,
This is a just removes it's same as the chart, but just removes the cluster, like it gives you better view.
Yeah. Well, man, there's a lot to learn. That's what I've learned about Gann here so far. That there's a lot to study here.
Yeah, if anyone wants to learn the Gann, it's just the first they have to start with the time.
Okay.
How long it takes to the price to come here? Why did it come? You have to ask these questions, and then you go deeper, which is the astrology.
Yeah, and I think there's something to it, the time cycles for sure. And you talked about the Bible. There are time cycles in the Bible. Indeed there are. Yeah, in the Old Testament in particular, God prescribed, every seventh year to be a year of liberty there, or where debts are written off. Okay, so some people are losing and some people are winning in that scenario. when you
Yeah.
write off a debt, the one who loaned it, you know, they lose, right? So those are, but also those are others are freed from debts that they have, and so
Yeah.
anyway, so I mean there are definitely 7-year cycles in the Bible and other cycles.
Yeah.
So
And if you looked at the gold, gold has a 7-year up and 7-year down cycle. At the moment, it bit change.
yeah, so a lot to learn for sure. But hey, man, thanks for sharing what you know and what you've done. So what's your call? You're calling for somewhere around sub $2,000.
$2,500.
That's that.
Just my guess. This is it's not gonna. It might not happen, but just I see a bottom coming near the end.
Yep. So in the immediate term, what are the key dates we should be watching?
Uh,
Seven
I
seven.
can give at the moment the key. If it breaks 78,100, then there's a new as well on the confirmation to the downside.
Breaks 8100. And what's
Yeah,
it?
like
What?
I share on my how can I say? I have a Twitter account. I just share my thoughts there.
Yep. What's your Twitter account so people can find you?
Uh, it called at Hatnet. That's it, or just prime time and price.
Okay. Very good. Hey, well,
And
go ahead.
yeah, I just shared it here. Like the most important level is to watch now. It needs to for the bulls. It needs to hold the 8100.
Okay. Bulls have to hold 8100, and if they don't,
If they don't, I see as a cycle, it's going to go down.
yep. But if they hold it, all time high you're looking at, and if they don't, all time low.
Uh, yeah,
And from an Elliott perspective, I can kind of see that as well. I'm looking. I've been calling for that $8,200 range right there, um, for the bottom of a fourth wave, and
yeah,
a fifth wave would put us up to close to about 14,000 before we come back down
yeah,
to a larger correction. But that doesn't mean we'll make a lower low. That's one
yeah.
possibility from an Elliott perspective. So anyway, cool. Hey man, thanks for sharing with us. I've enjoyed being with you. Really appreciate you sharing. Oh,
Uh,
is this your Twitter account here?
yes, it's my Twitter account.
It's called Time and Place, Time and Price,
Time and price.
Time and Price. Okay, we'll find you.
Yeah.
I'll put that
Okay.
in the
Thank you.
description if I can, and people can
Yeah.
find you there on Twitter. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen. Thanks again for coming by, and enjoyed getting to know you a little bit more like this. And thanks for introducing us to Gann Theory.
Yeah. My pleasure.
All right. Hey, we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Yep. Bye bye.
Bye bye.